What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Ragebaiting with Spider-Man. Today we're doing the Ragebait DPS edition. We're going to be focusing 2 DPS on the other team, and we even got one of them to quit. So if you do enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and thank you guys for 5,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it. But so starting off the game, it was one of those odd games because right off the rip, we did have a Black Widow, and someone on our team assumed that he was throwing, and it just started a crazy argument. They were pretty much fighting with each other, and it was sort of like my team was already rage baited, and I was trying to do everything in my power to lock in and focus on the other team to make sure that they realize the game is winnable and they don't end up throwing the game, because literally at one point one of them said they're just gonna quit. But anyways, the first person that I wanted to focus here was going to be the Flyers, and they did have one. That was Storm. In this season, it's made Ragebait Spider-Man a lot funner to play because people would choose to play Flyers and then not ban Spider-Man, and he was a great counter to him. So that's who we started off with. We went after the Storm. Second time around, it took us a while to regroup and get the team back together. I almost had my ult. I also saw that there was a Moon Knight on the other team. That's also a really easy character to pretty much eliminate as Spider-Man. But now that I have my ult, I wanted to get that solo ult out of the way early, and you already know when you get that solo ult, it always triggers them in some form of way. So I always like to focus one person when I do it, and then I accidentally also got Moon Knight while I was at it. Now that did also give me an idea at the same time. I thought, okay, maybe I should rage bait both of them at the same time, considering that the majority of the time that I do try to rage bait a Flyer, they're pretty smart and they'll switch off right away, whether they go Namor, Bucky, or some sort of a counter to Spider-Man, and not stay on Flyer the entire game. So I knew that if I just did Storm only, she'd probably end up switching off, and that would have been the end of that. Now, as you see here, second time around, she does come back. She has her ult, but she's not thinking of using it here in this situation. But I went ahead and got that second quick elimination, as you see from her POV. But now that Storm is back in the spawn, it usually takes her quite a while to come back. I noticed that there is the Moon Knight, and I had to yoink him out the air and hit him with that combo and get him out too. So now both DPS are pretty much gone. I believe there was a Black Panther in the lobby, but he really wasn't causing the healers much, so I didn't want to help them out too much, and I wanted to sort of push back the high damage DPS while the tanks and our healers and everyone else was able to push the point, and I felt like staggering them was the best idea. Now I realized Storm was right there, but I changed my mind. I was like, you know what, let me go for Moon Knight because he's performing a lot better. He's currently the ace. He has a lot more kills than the Storm does, so I went right past her, and then I went for him, and I ended up getting that elimination on him. But at the same time, because I already sort of triggered Storm and gave her that solo ult earlier, she really wanted me, so she turned around. Instead of helping her team on the point, she's now focused about trying to kill me way in their spawn. So now I have her, I have Moon Knight sitting in the spawn for more than like 30 seconds. And what I didn't realize here, because I'm trying to fight him yet again, is there's also a third DPS here to help them. So I'm not one shot, I'm trying to retreat, and I noticed that there's 3 DPS chasing me. So as you see here, I took my L. It's all good, but now we spin back again. I see Moon Knight. I wanted to hit him with a solo ult, but man, his healers are really good. They kept him and almost the whole team alive except for Storm, and so I had to retreat, wait for my cooldowns to come back, and then yet again, we are back again, yoinked them out into the air, and then killed them. I know he's getting sick and tired of getting hit with a combo like that, and he really wasn't doing much to be able to avoid it, but now I'm trying to hold him back in the spawn again, either him or Storm yet again, and Storm, she ends up getting saved, so I had to retreat, heal up all the way, and then come back again. So that's pretty much the pattern here, is to irritate, push them, and then whenever I run out of cooldowns, fall back, get them again, and then come back yet again. That's like the easiest and best way to rage bait. Boom, got the Moon Knight, and you can see here from his POV, he's sort of trying to stay back along with the healers, not push up too hard, and then drop his ult, and then I went ahead and eliminated him here. In this case, he was trying to also save his team up with Cloak for whenever I pushed him, but it just wasn't healing him fast enough. Now, this was one of those situations where we have to go for the point, so I'm not really rage baiting at this point right now. I'm just trying to eliminate people as fast as I could and trying to farm my ult as much as I can so I can hit him with that ult so we can push him back and actually retrieve this point. So right here, I got the ult. I went ahead and used it. Unfortunately, I didn't kill him yet again, and I was sort of starting to get a little mad here, but so I went for him, and then I did get the elimination, so I was happy with that, and we did secure the point. Now back to his POV, he ended up getting eliminated. He sat in the spawn for quite a while. Now I'm not entirely sure if he was typing to his team or if he was thinking of maybe swapping, but it was like 20 seconds. He was just sitting there not moving. So I I think I was doing pretty good, right, in terms of rage baiting him. Now, you'll notice from the timer, it was around 1 minute that was remaining where he was sitting in the spawn, and now we're down to 30. He's still not out here helping his team or fighting. He's still sitting in the spawn, and you'll notice, like, I'm just trying to take care of everyone. I'm not really too worried about him because I just don't see him. So, since I don't see him, I'm assuming he is just either hiding somewhere, he gave up, or something along those lines, but at the same time, it doesn't stop me from trying to win the game. So, I'm focusing everyone I could back to his POV. You see here, he's, like, hesitating. Does he want to come out? Does he want to sit in the back? He realizes, okay, maybe let me come out, and he doesn't really help the team. He's just watching from a distance. He may occasionally throw, you know, an onk here or there and deal a little bit of damage, but at the same time, it's like he's super scared of coming out of that spawn, and that's like a strategy that I guess he tries to implement from now until the rest of the game. But as you see here, we're still trying to fight. They dropped the cloak. Oh, I even pulled up the leaderboard to make sure that maybe he swapped into something else, just so I could get an idea exactly who he's playing right now, because I just didn't see a Moon Knight at all. So I went for the ult. I ended up getting 2 eliminations here, and I get hit by Strange. And now in this point right here, you go back to his POV, he sees that I'm hit with the Strange ult, and it's like, okay, maybe this is his opportunity to drop an ult and finally get revenge on me and kill me, but he dropped it too late. Now I actually know where he is, so I went ahead and I tagged him, and you'll see here from back to my POV, so that's the first thing that I did, went to focus him right away. We had like 3 or 4 people on the point versus 1 Strange, so I wasn't really too worried, and then boom, went ahead and got him for the last time in this half. And yeah, so we just continue the fight as we usually did. There was a Black Panther trying to slow us down and stop us. His team pretty much staggering throughout, and then our Strange hit that nice ult, and then we pretty much eliminated the Namor and then got the point. So that's how the first half went. It was actually pretty good. Now, despite all of that, he's actually performing the best on his team. Even though he's not ace anymore, he has 12 kills. Everyone else has, you know, lower amount of eliminations. So I think he feels that the team isn't performing as well, and now he's sort of taking his anger out. And look, he even typed in the chat, Lord BP, by the way, on our team. So it looks like he's now in the team chat arguing with them and fighting and telling them that he has the most eliminations and they're not doing it. That's what I'm assuming. I obviously don't know because I'm not on the other team, but yeah, that's what it seems like is going on. And then at the same time, my teammates are still arguing and fighting with each other, and so we're just gonna try to continue at this pace because we did really good that first half. And now with the second half here, the first person that I see is Black Panther. I don't see Moon Knight anymore, so I don't know what's really going on with him. I tried to go for the pull or the grab, and I got stuck in a wall. But yeah, so I see Storm. She's back again, so we switch right back to Storm, and now I'm gonna try to focus her while I'm waiting for the Moon Knight to come out or figure out what's really going on with him. So that's who we're going for, and we ended up eliminating her, and now we go back to get our heals and our cooldowns back. And meanwhile, this is what he was doing the whole time. He was just sitting back, just watching everyone fight. So it definitely seems like he's not very happy with the team. He's just sitting there watching them. And to do this in ranked play, you have to be very, very tilted. And now he's like working his way back towards the spawn. Not entirely sure why. Maybe he's going to switch, or maybe he's going to pull out a different character. I don't know. But then later on, he decided to come out, and then I went for him. As soon as I tag him, the first thing that he does, as I told you guys towards the end of last half, he figured out this new strategy to where as soon as he gets targeted by me, he will always just run right back to the spawn and then stay there in the safety of, you know, the health and all of that. So that's literally what he's doing here from his POV. So I can't really do much in that situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that Storm and then focus her while he's just going to sit in the spawn and watch us. So that, yeah, I went all the way around, and then I saw the Storm, and then I went for her, got her, and then also I did sort of rage bait her in a way, because as soon as I got that second elimination, he went ahead and decided, you know what, he's not going to pull out Bucky, and Bucky's a really good counter to Spider-Man, so it was a pretty decent switch from him. Now at this point, I now have my ult, or at least almost have it. So now I want to target the Moon Knight before he gets back into the spawn. So boom, solo ulted him and got him. Now at the same time that I'm doing that, the Bucky, who I triggered a little bit earlier, he turns around and he's just trying to focus me in this situation. So he's trying to eliminate me as much as he could. And then meanwhile, Moon Knight has finally switched to Namor, so it looks like he's now going to take me a little bit more serious. And it was a W switch. I tried to bait out here his little orb, his protection bubble, and then I wait for it to come back, and then I tried to fight him again, and he ended up actually getting that elimination on me. So it was a really good switch from him. Now, he tried to mock me, tried to put down the spray. I was not having that. So I tried to, you know, bait out that bubble again. I was left pretty low after right here. He hit me with one of these. So I went ahead and went for the health pack, and I was going to wait until I got full health and my cooldowns back because I'm out of swings before I go back for him again. Now, he assumes that he's done a successful switch and I've ran away from him, and I guess he started to type in the chat and he was AFK, so that's when I went for the pull. I tried to get him, and then I retreated, came back yet again to try and finish him off. He wasn't even getting healed at this point, so maybe he was tilting the healers or they just weren't there or weren't available, but yeah, it didn't go that well for him. And then last second, he tried to ult himself because I guess he assumed I was going to pull towards him. But that is pretty much it here for the rage baiting. We ended up getting 2 of them. One got very, very triggered and pretty much just quit. But that is all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And hopefully I'll have another one in a couple days.